Solana with its elating trip in the past is under the dynamic thought of financial backers and brokers. Howbeit, the consistent downswing has been tragic for not one yet many. While the business is as yet shaking following the all-inclusive disturbance, the Sol value keeps on excess trapped in a hopeless cycle. The relentless clogs and difficulties of the organization have been a developing worry for financial backers and brokers. In the midst of the raising include of emergencies in the business, do you hold worries about what's to come possibilities of Solana? Stress not. As we decipher Sol cost expectation for 2022 and then some. The market decline on the 5th of January prompted Sol's cost losing its ground of $175. The altcoin further lost its help at $130 on January 17, while the cost of Sol rose back to $110, following its fall beneath $100. Notwithstanding, the wormhole hack reclaimed the cost underneath the 3-digit mark. While Solana penetrated back to its objective of $110, the new conflict among Russia and Ukraine, also, the nervousness around took care of's rate climb cut down gains to the starting point. All things considered, considering the quick moving toward new quarter Sol headed out in different directions from the principal quarter at $130.47. Moving pair with the more extensive crypto market, Sol took a lofty fall, with the beginning of the subsequent quarter. The developing negative patterns in the business have exacerbated the value projection of Sol. The Ethereum executioner's cost is still down more than 70% starting from the beginning of the subsequent quarter. Sol value expectation for Q3. In the event that the computerized resource looks for stimulus from volumes helped by the purchasers, the cost of the altcoin could chug up to $44.19. On the other side, in the event that it experiences a delayed bear run, the cost could stagger down to the lows of $30.73. All things considered, an equilibrium in trading tensions could land the cost at $36.61. Solana value expectation for Q4. The cost of Sol could drive to more noteworthy levels if the producers roll out crucial moves up to determine the blockage of the organization and lift its adaptability. In such a case, the cost could impel to a limit of $58.47. Conversely, assuming the organization succumbs to clog in the midst of the absence of overhauls, the cost could droop down to at least $40.31. Obliged by the straight cost direction, the typical cost could land at $48.44. Sol's value gauge for 2023. The exchange paces and achievement pace of the Solana network is currently at standard with some of its adversaries. As per Sol Sweep, the achievement pace of Solana's exchanges has decently stayed above 80% in most of the cases. This comes considering the blockage in Solana's organization. Assuming that Solana figures out how to cruise across the difficulties of the crypto refrain, while fixing the agreement issues, the cost of Sol could raise upwards of $101.27. On the other side, assuming that the resource stays more defenseless against expansion and different tortures, the cost could settle at $52.64. Progressively, an equilibrium in trading tensions could land the cost at $74.76. Value expectation of Sol for 2024. Toward the finish of 2024, Solana could draw in the heap of ventures to be based on its organization, while additionally alluring the formation of NFTs. In such a situation, the flourishing client base could invigorate the cost to a limit of $165.75. Nonetheless, arising rivals and stiffer rivalry could leave the cost abandoned at $84.66. That being said, the customary cost could find its space at $117.83. Solana value expectation for 2025. On the off chance that Solana empowers more current impending new companies, it very well may be another contender for different monetary standards on the lookout. Additionally, before long, on the off chance that Solana grows out of Ethereum, it could bang at huge highs. On this note, the Sol cost might strike its greatest at $266.92. New guidelines in the future can burden the cost developments. and in this way a potential low may be close by for Sol. On the off chance that this occurs, a slight pullback can attract Solana to $140.30 toward the finish of 2025. Taking into account the bullish and negative focuses on, the normal cost could land at $191.39. Anticipates that the cost of Sol should close the year 2022 at its possible high of $38.677. All things considered, examiners from the firm expect an equilibrium in trading tensions to land the cost at $12.389 toward the finish of 2022. Solana's presence in DeFi could impel it toward the north cost direction. It could focus on specific joint efforts to connect its resources for DeFi. Likewise, its designated marking could draw in a large group of new financial backers. Figured out Sol cost forecast the cost could flood higher to $58.50 in 2022. Notwithstanding, on the opposite end, assuming that the organization postpones the executions in its mainnet beta variant, the cost can flip to lows of $40 toward the finish of 2022. What is Solana, SOL? The approach of the organization traces all the way back to 2017. The organization was made by Anatoly Yakovenko and fellow benefactor Greg Fitzgerald. Solana was planned with a dream to enable versatility and exchange speeds. Solana has progressed significantly since its testnet in 2018. To as of now holding huge predominance in utility. Sol cost is as of now up a surprising 18,969.83% since its initially realized sticker price. Authentic Market Opinions. 2020. Solana started its navigate on the 10th of April, with an exchange worth of 79 cents. After tumbling to the base of 52 cents, the value rose to 99 cents by June end, and $1.33 by mid-July. Sol took a trip to $3.77 by mid-August, yet a slip carried it to $2.82 by August end. By early September, Sol's cost hit an ATH of $4.84. In any case, the cost endured a shot beginning from October. The disturbance drove the advanced resource for close its yearly exchange at $1.50. 2021. Sol opened its exchange January at $1.60. An euphoric run prompted Sol guaranteeing $10 by mid-February. In no longer than April, the cost was exchanging the scope of $40. By May the cost flooded near $50 to arrive at the ATH of $58.30. However, the broad accident cut the cost by half.